Hello team, how's it going? Welcome to today's newest video. So we're discussing what has happened and been in the news recently with this Ministry of Defense hacking. Reportedly, the news are saying it's possibly China. This has not been confirmed, but that is what some news stations are saying, but it hasn't been confirmed. So you can't say it is them. They are saying it's a Malayan actor. So it is very maliciously targeted towards the MOD, and they reckon around 270 to 272,000 personnel have been affected. And this is serving personnel of the regular and reserve, and there is some veterans who are no longer serving been affected. Even a small minority of this group as well may have even had their addresses. So what they've taken is names and bank details, and a small group may have had their addresses taken as well. So it's not looking good. They don't think any information was actually removed. It was more just accessed. But that's still shocking enough. You think that these sort of systems would be heavily protected. I think the issue here possibly is the fact it's a third-party payroll system that has been accessed. I don't, from where I've read through the news, it was not directly the MOD. It was a third-party sort of system. So possibly failings there. Obviously, the MOD are massively looking into this. A statement has been released. You can go and check out all the statements from the Defence Secretary and the PM. But for all those who have been affected, the regulars have been notified. It's quite easy by the chain of command. For veterans and reservists, it looks like a letter is going out. So you will have to wait for a letter to be received if you have been affected. But do please keep an eye on your sort of bank accounts, transactions, any sort of weird sort of events going on your credit score as well, because they may have your address, they may have your national insurance number, so they may be trying to sort of sign you up to things. But we don't know, so just keep an eye out for a letter if you're not currently actually serving in the regulars. If you are currently serving and you've been told, make sure you do keep an eye out. The Defence Secretary says there is information online that you can access to help with sort of data breach, cyber attacks. You can go to the gov.uk website to check these out, and there is a helpline number that has been set up. That number is 01249 596 665. That's 01249 596 665. So apparently that has been set up about 24 hours ago, and you can give them a call if you need any help. Please do keep an eye. It is a big threat. Cyber attacks, cyber security is massive now. Everything is going online. So please make sure you are secure. Be careful with information you're passing out. And just keep an eye on any sort of odd transactions that are going on with your system. Like I said, they don't think any information was removed, but it was accessed. And I was doing a bit of research on this. Look, I'm not going to say it was China. I'm not going to say it was, Russia or whoever. They believe there is some sort of state involvement. They're not confirming which state. It's just sort of the news reporting who they believe it is. But I was doing a bit of research that there are a number of hackers out there being hired for state work, possibly China, Russia, Iran, North Korea, whoever. And they are doing work for these states without actually know they're doing it. Because if you think about it, the state that wants the hacking isn't just going to go to a hacker and go, we are this nation, we want you to do this for us. It's going to be all through third-party companies, private companies are going to go to these hackers going, we'll pay you this to go and get this information or see if you can break in. It might not be a case of, can you get the information? It's, can you just get into the system? It might literally just be a case of, we want you to get into the system to see how easy and how quick you can get into it. And this goes on all the time. So just please be aware. Just wanted to update you with that phone number if you are worried. It obviously is something big with people getting personal details like that, possibly setting up finance, maybe even trying to enter your bank account, withdrawing cash, paying for things, whatever it is. So please be aware, call that number if you need to. If not, head over to the gov.uk website where you can find out information on data breach, cybersecurity, and there's more help there. But that's what's happened. The Ministry of Defence have admitted that there has been a cyber attack. Okay, they have been hacked on a third-party payroll system. Okay, so this is the payroll system that pays the armed forces. No special forces have apparently been affected because they're on a separate system, a more secure system, which I do get with the job that they do, but do you not think that they should put the whole military on that system? Me personally, I think they do. I think they should put the whole of the military on that system. I think it's unfair just to have the SF units on there. Yes, they need more secure and higher security, but I think for the job the military do nowadays and just the way cyber works, the way the world is, I think they should be allowed to have a more secure sort of system as well, because they are doing a dangerous job, and there are people out there to get them if they find out what they are doing. But please don't worry too much. Apparently information hasn't been removed. It's just been accessed, which is still bad enough really, but just call the helpline if you need it. So, but these things are always going to happen. That's the threat, especially with the way the world is going, moving towards just technology, remote systems, everything being online, in the cloud. You know, even now the military aren't just going to be using your radios, they're going to be using data to pass over information, fire control orders, whatever it may be. And with this, with everything going online, with the way the world is, people wanting to do bad things, their threat is always going to be there. They're always going to try and hack it. They're always going to try and get in it because they want access to the information. They want to know your weaknesses. They want to know your strengths. They want to know how they can attack you. So this is going to happen, and we have to accept it. What we need to do is just constantly trying to improve, trying to increase cybersecurity. And that's us personally, and that's us as companies, and that's the MOD and the government. And we are one of the best in the world when it comes to it, the MOD and the government. They really are. But obviously they need to up their game slightly with this. But you just got to be aware, with ever increasing technology, ever increasing threats are going to come, and nations are going to try and access that information to find out your strengths, weaknesses, what's going on, how can they better you, what's your response times, how easy is it to get in. So it's just part of life. We have to accept it. Pretty shit, I know, but yeah, it is life. It goes on all the time. They're constantly trying to get in systems, hence why we have people constantly trying to defend it. If you didn't believe that was happening, then please don't be silly. We've got a whole team constantly trying to defend the nation from cyber attacks and cyber security. So that's just the way of the world. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Please let us know what your thoughts are. If you are worried, comment below. We can all help each other out. And then yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.